What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Road 206 here, as always, with the Keymaster 84 right below me.
Oh, hello, what it is.
And as always, guys, this is TBD Live, our banter chat podcast style news break game talk show. We do once a week, or we try to do at least once a week. As you've seen in our videos this last couple weeks, or this last week, have been all about E3 that just happened this last weekend. And last Monday and Tuesday, right? Tuesday, Wednesday? Tuesday, Wednesday. Saturday through Wednesday. Something like that.
Saturday to Thursday.
But if you haven't seen our videos from this last week, me and the Keymaster both react to Ubisoft, Bethesda, EA, and what was the other one? No, EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda. There was one more. Wasn't there one more? Okay, so the 3 game developer conferences we react to in our videos this week. Tonight, or today, or on this video, we will be reacting to the Big 3, or as we call it, the Big 3, Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox, or Microsoft, I should say. Lots of good stuff. I mean, I think as an overall, just a first initial statement, this E3 has probably been one of the better E3s in the last few years, and I even kept up with it. I usually wait until everything's done and over with, and I go back and watch all the highlights and all that stuff. I was actually keeping up in time this time.
I'm actually very proud of you.
Yeah, I was doing pretty well. So usually I wait until everything's said and done, and then Keymaster just kind of sends me the bullet points to go check out.
The Cliff Notes.
Yeah. But I had some vested interest in this year's E3 with all the information about the Switch games that are coming out. Big fan of the Nintendo Switch, if I haven't said that already on this channel or on these videos. I love my Nintendo Switch. I do not regret buying it at release at all. And from what Nintendo has unleashed for their lineup between 2017 and 2018, I think a lot more people are going to be looking to buy Switches here pretty soon. So, on top of that, it's just my first little snippet. This E3 this year was definitely hands down the best in the last few years. Way more hype, way more exciting. Nice having all the conferences all together instead of everybody doing their own shit. It was really good. This episode, we will be talking about our top 5 games that we each pulled from the conferences and from the E3 altogether, and then also a few good stories that came up while the conferences were going on. Some interesting bullet points for everybody that, if you haven't watched it or don't follow it and you're interested, things that you maybe hear from us that you might want to go look up on your own and get more details on, because there's some janky stuff going on in the gaming industry, and that's just my personal opinion again. But
we're not going to be able to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, we're not going to get to the bottom of it yet. Anyway, do you want to start with the games, or do you want to start with stories?
I think we start with our reviews of each conference, then we go into games, and then we go into stories.
Ooh, a little structure. Okay, I'll let. Okay. Microsoft last.
Okay, I'll go PlayStation first. You go Nintendo, and then
we'll do Microsoft together.
Finish on Micro.
Okay. Shoot.
No offense, I mean, you follow Nintendo more than I do, so.
Well, I'm a little more vested in it. Yeah, exactly.
You're a little more invested in the space than I am.
Oh, and if you guys are curious, we are playing Minecraft on the Xbox world that we started the last TBD episode.
I didn't think about it. This will be ironic for one of the stories. Anyways.
Yeah. We're just kind of mining down through our first initial spot. If you guys follow Minecraft at all, if you guys are curious or interested or have any questions, don't forget to leave those in the comment box below. Me and Keymaster both together have been playing Minecraft since its inception almost.
Pretty much 10 years.
About 10 years now, so if you guys have any questions about any of the new stuff, or we've both played it on PC, both played it on Xbox. I played it on the phone. Yeah, I mean, we've done a bunch of stuff. So, anyway, Key, what was your thoughts from Sony?
So Sony, so this is okay. So at first I was not 100% sold on Sony's conference, but then I listened to a couple of Funny or Die and Easy Allies and IGN and guys who do this all the time.
Dude, IGN is always one of my favorites to read.
Eh, okay, okay, there we go. I like reading IGN. I don't like the host they have for IGN anymore. They're a little annoying and self-serving. Anyways, more of the
Anyway, more
story.
of the story.
More of the story. Let's not throw shade. So, and their point was is, people are getting down on Sony, and everybody's like, well, why are people getting down on Sony? And it's like, well, because they didn't hit a grand slam this year. They hit a home run this year by
Okay.
announcing Shadow of the Colossus.
That was a good announcement for them because their
It was a good
conference
announcement.
their
It was a great
conference was
announcement.
not looking very strong at all up until that.
So,
Ooh,
and
we
I
got a
think
cave.
this
We got a cave.
is,
We got a cave.
and
Sorry.
and I think that's where it comes in for me
Don't go down any
is,
further. Don't go down any further. Please. Careful.
and that's where it goes down for me is this, is, you want to mine over it?
Hold on. Hold on.
No,
I want
you
to take a
found
peek.
it.
I want to take a peek and see what's in there.
And so that's where kind of it hits that spot for me where it's like I didn't like the way that they did their conference.
All right.
Personally, I like to have like an Ubisoft conference. The Ubisoft conference was, in my opinion, the best done conference as far as timing, how they did things. It was a mix of trailers and developers talking, whereas Sony's was just like sizzle reel, Sean Layden, scissor reel, Sean Layden, scissor reel, Sean Layden, done. I was like, why do I care about these games? Besides knowing what they are, why do I care about them?
Give me some urge. Come down here and get some of these resources real quick, and then we can go back up and mine over it.
But it's like, I feel like they were just like, here, we'll give the people what we think they want, and we'll call it good.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, like, you compare them to some of the other conferences, even, like, they literally put on a Sean Layden hosted Treehouse event.
I don't know about this Sean Layden dude, man, to be honest.
Well, Sean Layden drives me absolutely insane.
He's not my favorite. He's not my favorite of the people who talk at these things.
No. But what the story is, I feel like they could have done a better job with their conference. I mean, they did have some great announcements.
Yep. What do you think are some of the key points of their conference?
I like the fact that they did focus on PSVR. Because unlike the PS Vita, I'm pretty sure the PSVR got more attention this year than the PS Vita did its entire lifespan.
Dude, Vita died so fast. I didn't even think they broke 100 games before that thing freaking just died.
Yeah, but like that's my point. Is so I'm glad that they're actually like realizing like, oh crap, okay, yeah, we didn't do that right. We didn't. We didn't.
I'm okay.
We didn't support it the way it was supposed to be.
Nothing down here anyway.
And so I think with a little bit better support, the PSVR will do a lot better. But the other big thing for me was, it was very confusing on what games, and this goes for everybody except Nintendo. What games are exclusive?
Well,
right.
The sad thing is, when we did our predictions, I don't think a couple of the games that we talked about weren't even mentioned.
True.
Was it Last of Us? The sequel to Last of Us wasn't even mentioned. Even though the trailer for Last of Us had come out, I want to say 2 months ago. I think I remember seeing the trailer for the new Last of Us.
Okay, and that's another thing I'm going to bring up too is I don't know what happened, and this goes for Microsoft, Sony, everybody. This isn't me slamming Sony. This isn't me doing any of that. This is me saying what's going on right now, because I don't know if it's people putting on their own events, trying to get their info out, like Destiny did, because that's the reason Destiny's presence wasn't so big, and the PlayStation conference was. They just had a gigantic multiplayer event. 2-3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do for that? You know, like
Yeah.
it's like same thing with Call of Duty. Call of Duty had a huge event a couple weeks ago. Like,
Well, they're actually in the midst of their league finals right now.
mm-hmm. And you know, and so it's, you know, and I don't know, is it developers taking more of a approach at publicizing their own things as opposed to doing it through E3? You know, what exactly is going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I think a lot of it is like, not to get super sidetracked or anything, but like, I think a lot of it is because the console wars itself have started to even out so much. I think everybody's trying to stay one leg above everybody else. You know what I mean? So they
True.
have to keep leaking hot game titles. They have to keep leaking new information throughout the year instead of just saving it up for the one or two big conferences that we wait for every year. You know what I mean?
True, and then I think that what kind of leads into like my next point. The other thing, and maybe this plays into the whole, you know, Sony didn't hit a home run this year. Where are the games for 2017? I mean, besides if you take out Destiny and Call of Duty, where are the games that I'm going to buy for Christmas?
Not many that were at least talked about at E3.
I mean, God of War is early 2018. Days Gone, early 2018. What else? What else did they have that was huge? That's 2018. Oh, Detroit. It's probably like 2 more years. You know, I mean, it's like, okay, that's cool. I mean, I'm hyped for those games. Like, I'm tempted to buy a PlayStation because I really want to play God of War. I really want to play Detroit. You know, but it's like, I don't care. Like, I saw them last year, and now you're showing them to me again. Like, you could have done this at Gamescom.
Exactly. Good as at a
You
smaller.
Well, not. I mean, Gamescom's the biggest conference in the world.
Oh,
It's bigger than E3.
that's the Germany one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
But you could have done those announcements at Gamescom if it's not going to be till next year, in my opinion.
I need more stairs. You have stairs?
Oh yeah, I got plenty of stairs. Yeah, you could have done those announcements at Gamescom, and no one would have cared. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it would have been fine. It's like at E3, why are you telling me that 4 out of your 5 games aren't coming out until next year?
Yeah. And again, they didn't talk about
Like,
Last of Us. They didn't talk about the new Drakes. They didn't talk about anything that is
No.
super important
No,
to.
they did. And this is the other thing that I don't like about the Sony conference.
Oh, that was that other.
It was in the pre-show.
Oh, really?
Yes.
See, I didn't watch that. See,
I went back and watched it. That's the only reason I even know.
Huh.
It was in the pre-show. They announced a shit ton of stuff like, oh hey, Ishida's coming out with like 5 games over the next 3 years, and they had the Drake thing, and they had more Call of Duty stuff, and like the pre-show was a bigger event than their E3 press conference.
I do kind of appreciate that they didn't shove Call of Duty down our throats like I thought they were going to.
True. I mean, but... And the reason I think they did that is because the pre-show was actually at an event that was in the parking lot that the public was able to go to just outside of E3. Gotcha. And I understand, so it's like they were trying to make these announcements for their fans.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's the other problem is PSX is coming up. They got to have something to announce at PSX.
PS Pro? PS4 Pro, buddy.
No, PSX is the PlayStation event.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, so I don't know. It was just
Have you
really
even
weird.
looked at your map to see where we're at?
No,
Hold on. Let me look.
it was just a really weird conference to me. I don't know. I didn't.
31.
Not even close.
Not even close. Still got 10 levels yet.
I didn't even like. I don't know. It was just a really weirdly for PlayStation, especially because PlayStation is usually one of the better press conferences. It was done really strange to me.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just because it was different than how they usually do it, or whatever the situation may be. But yeah, it was a really weirdly done conference, in my opinion. I mean, what did you have a different opinion, or did you know?
I mean,
Sorry, I
I'm
just
not.
kind of hogged up the whole thing.
No,
So.
that's fine. I don't really have a positive opinion about Sony anyway. Just for some stories I'm going to talk about here later. Again, diehard Xbox fan, diehard Microsoft fan. I gave up all my Sony stuff to get my first original Xbox, and I haven't turned around since. So, my how do I say it? My interest in what they have going on doesn't go past the fact that okay, they're not going to be better than Microsoft this year. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to do better than Xbox this year. I don't think. I don't. You know, that's going into talk little things that we'll talk about later. But it's. I think I agree with you on how they set it up was really weird. I think for someone like me who doesn't necessarily follow every story or follow the long interim stuff, you know what I mean? It was kind of hard for me to follow because I didn't know a little bit of the backstory on some of the stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you think you want to kind of let your conference pertain to people who may not know anything about your stuff. Period. Like
Right.
you want someone like, let's say for instance, my grandmother who has no idea about gaming industry, future games, past games, really not that much, except for like Atari and the original Nintendo. You know, I want my grandma to be able to sit down at your conference and be just as impressed as someone who's been gaming their entire life.
Yeah.
You know, that's the point. You want to draw new customers in and keep your already customer base happy. Right now, I don't think the Sony customer base is very happy. And the new people who are looking into buying a new console, like the Pro or the X or the Switch or whatever, they may just look past the Pro just because of this one conference. You never know. You know what I mean?
True.
So you got to go out just like me and you. Me and the Keymaster are both counter salesmen. We have to look into what someone may not think that they need and explain it to them so they can need it. Why they need it. Exactly. That's, I kind of bring that kind of insight into it. Super excited about God of War. My nephew, Turbo, has been mentioned in a lot of the videos that are right on this channel. Our next door neighbor, we live in apartments, me, Cheeseball, and Turbo do. Our next door neighbor just got a PS4, so he gave my nephew a PS3. So now I have a PS3 in my house, and he felt bad that I didn't give him any games. So he went out and bought 3 games for him. God of War 2, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and MLB The Show.
That's all you need, bro.
Dude. So I came home one day and my nephew's playing.
Big World.
Yeah, Little Big Planet, yeah. Me and Cheeseball are already planning on getting that game. We got to make a trip to GameStop this weekend, I think. Anyway, so I come home from work one day and my nephew's playing God of War and I'm just sitting there just staring at it. I forgot how much I loved that game.
Yeah.
That game is freaking epic. I mean, just the one little boss that he was on was ridiculous. It drew me back in instantly almost. But, they have we need iron for that. That's cool. We got iron up in the chest at the top if you want to go make an iron pickaxe. Because we're going to
own it.
We should be making hitting diamond level here pretty soon. Anyway,
Diamantes.
while Keymaster's running upstairs to get us a pickaxe to buy this gold. My last thoughts on Sony, really hard to follow. I think it was very unorganized. I don't care for the keynote speaker. He's never been my favorite either, even in those short sample sets that I've dealt with him. I think they could have really exploited a lot more of their exclusive games better, because that's really what you have over the other systems is your exclusive stuff. And you have and Sony's got some major exclusive titles. I mean, huge exclusive titles that have done really well for them, and they have new games coming out for them, and they didn't really take the chance to really, hey, look at this, boom, like Drake's Uncharted, oh, boom, God of War, boom, Last of Us, boom, Days Gone, boom, like, stuff like that. Like you almost want like a movie action trailer, like in your face, explosions, loud voices, noises, gunshots, boom, But it is what it is. I expected more out of them just because I knew what kind of heat the other two were going to come with this year. I expected Sony to kind of step up to the plate and, maybe not necessarily hit a grand slam, but to barely line drive one over the left field wall was kind of a miss for them. I think they missed an opportunity. So that's just my own personal opinion. It's again, all this is our own opinion. Obviously, I have no industry knowledge other than the fact that I'm a consumer and that I've been playing games for my entire life. So
yeah, I mean, my final thought on Sony is just like you said, they didn't use the quality of their exclusives the right way, in my opinion. I mean, when you got like God of War,
around 25
like
right
you're
now.
talking, just straight up a God of War game, like literally, you make a 10-minute reel on God of War. You make a 10-minute reel for Destiny 2. You make a 10-minute reel for Call of Duty. You make a 10-minute reel for Days Gone.
Like
Throw
Sony,
throw everything else in a 20-minute, burner reel, and you're done. Have the developers come out. Give me a reason why I want to buy that game. The only reason I want to buy Destiny is because Bungie already put themselves out there. The only reason I want to buy Call of Duty already put themselves out there. Like, the only reason that I would even think about, if I had a PlayStation, buying God of War is for nostalgia reasons. Other than that, like, if I had never played God of War before, I would have no interest whatsoever.
Agreed.
Like, why would I want to play the game? Like, because, like, I have no investment in it whatsoever.
Yep. And they were basically just playing on the fact that it is God of War. The people who knew it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. So Nintendo.
Okay, wait. One more question about Sony. If you had to give it a school grade, like they do with the NFL draft, if you had to give Sony a grade, a fair grade, what would your fair grade be for Sony? And we'll do this for the other two as well.
B minus. B minus.
I think that's fair.
I mean, it's hovering between that C plus and B minus range, just because they did show off a lot of content in their games. But the ones they did show, they showed off, like Days Gone had a 15-minute trailer.
And then after the fact, they had the alternate pathway.
Yeah,
Did you see that one? Oh, we got a game system here to the right.
So it's like, they, the games that they did decide to show, they showed a lot of. So that's the reason they get such a high grade.
We got down and up.
But yeah, so what would your grade be for?
I'm thinking just a solid C, not minus or plus. I think I was definitely disappointed, like I said in my little spiel. Definitely disappointed in what they brought and what potential they had to bring. Right. I think that was oh crap, where's my sword? Oh crap.
Don't die.
I'm not. It's a skeleton. Oh, we got more. A ton more. I'm gonna block this off. Sorry, lost train of thought here for a second.
You have an arrow sticking out of your head.
All right. I think solid C. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I think it was just enough to get by. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So let's move on to Nintendo.
Okay, I'm gonna start Nintendo just because.
Yeah, you start Nintendo. You start. Nintendo. You
First,
go get him Glen Coco.
First of all, I'm just gonna start this little thing with a quick statement. Welcome back, fucking Nintendo. Okay, welcome fucking back. You stroke out on the Wii U. The Wii was probably your last really good solid system. Your handhelds have always just been okay. All the kids love them. Your Mario games are probably some of the most popular games in the world. Welcome fucking back, Nintendo. Like, if Nintendo didn't put their stamp on, hey, we're here, guys, like, in this E3 conference, like, I don't know what else they could have done to help their chances to further put the Switch on the map, because it's already out there. But their games lineup is going to be freaking redonkulous between the end of 2017 and all of 2018. Just some keynote games that are coming out. Mario Odyssey. It's going to be the Mario game that we've waited for since Mario 64. I really think it's going to have that kind of impact. To not dive too far into it. Teaming up with Ubisoft in the Mario and the Rabbids game. I think that was a huge move for them.
Well, it actually shows third-party support, which they did not have at all with Wii U.
And speaking of third-party support, Skyrim from Bethesda on the Switch.
Another one.
Rocket League has been confirmed for the Switch. They did just release Minecraft for the Switch, which is also cross-platform to other servers. So that's a lot of third-party support. Now, getting back into the Nintendo games, they announced the return of Metroid.
They announced 2 Metroid games.
Yeah, they announced the return of Metroid. We haven't had a Metroid game since GameCube. No, sorry, regular Wii,
no.
Original Wii.
Yeah, original Wii. Yeah, was that Faction Force? Faction
something.
Faction something or other.
But that was huge. Obviously, there's already games that were announced that are coming out like next month. Splatoon 2, which Splatoon was one of the biggest games on Wii U. It's getting its sequel.
Came out today.
Was that today? Oh, Arms. Which Nintendo's hoping to be its own IP with multiple sequels. I've explained that before on this channel. Yeah, I think that's just a handful of the games. I mean, we're still talking Fire Emblem. We're talking...
they're bringing back their dominance in the JRPG market, in my opinion.
Yep. I think...
Well, I think JRPGs are like... Yeah. Kids in Japan are they're buying Switches.
Oh!
We need to support it.
By the way, that I did not say, which is probably one of the top 3 biggest announcements from the Nintendo thing, a standalone RPG Pokemon game for the Switch.
Oh shit, yeah, I can't believe we almost forgot about that, yeah.
That is probably top 2, if not top 3, on the list.
I'll just put it this way. Not just an RPG Pokemon game. The first
RPG
home console Pokemon game.
It's gonna
like, how many years have people been like, I just want a Pokemon game I can play at my house?
It's gonna be lit, dude. I mean, and they're really pushing for the mobile aspect of the Switch, which I use it for. I play it at work every day. As long as you have internet access, which a lot of us do pretty much anywhere we go, you can play your games online against anybody in the world. I do it every day at lunch. I play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe against people from all over the world for an hour a day, every day. And that's just Mario Kart. That's just the renamed Mario Kart Deluxe 8. Like, they added a couple cars, a couple characters, a couple maps. It's basically Mario Kart 8 from Wii U. I think that the other aspect of the Wii the Switch that doesn't get talked about a lot is its marketplace, or the shop, the Nintendo shop. Right now in the Nintendo shop, I can download Super Street Fighter 2 from the NES. Possibly one of the best Street Fighters ever made. $20, I can have the entire special edition.
It's pretty good deals.
Yeah. So not only that, they announced their a lot of their third party stuff. Skyrim is going to be a huge game for them. I think the join up with Rocket League is going to be big for them. But not only that, you got your Mario games starting to come out. You got your team up with Ubisoft on the Rabbids game. You got your other...
Which I think was a genius move by both companies.
Huge. Did I just block off my exit to you? Where are you at?
I don't know. I'm upstairs.
I know, but I had a hold of the stairs and now I don't know where it went.
You probably blocked yourself off.
So yeah, other than that, little known stuff for the conference. they issued a third-party peripherals to be licensed by Nyko, which I'm really happy about because the Nintendo accessories are very expensive, and I'm pretty happy with Nyko products. I've bought them before for my Xbox controllers and stuff like that. So pretty excited for that.
Cooler.
Yeah, pretty excited. Yeah, exactly. Pretty excited for that stuff to come out. Will you come down the stairs so I can see your name tag? Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, where is the hole at?
Down here. Anyways, but yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
Nintendo straight killed it.
Oh, here it is. Never mind.
Like, I'm sorry, like Nintendo. Yeah, like you said, welcome back, dude.
Mm.
Way to get back in the game with a vengeance.
Come back swinging, man.
You know, I mean, they came out the gate hard. They were driving the paint hard like LeBron. I mean, and they just straight killed it. Like, I was really impressed. Like, it's probably the first time I've been impressed with Nintendo since the Wii.
What do you want to go back to 12? Down to 12.
Oh, I'm building us a little area up here. But yeah, no, probably the first time I was impressed with Nintendo since the Wii, as far as, you know, third-party support, games I'm actually wanting to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to play Cookie Mama 18. You know, Cookie Mama 17 was released 3 months ago, but I guess I'm going to buy it again.
Well, none of this, you know that your Mario parties are going to come out. You know your the other Mario perennial games will eventually come out. But they didn't lead in with that stuff. They didn't depend. No. They didn't depend on their perennial games to get their word out. You know what I mean?
Which I think was a good thing for them to not have to do, because now they can space it out.
Yeah, huge.
Instead of having to like sit there and front load their console with it. I mean, that's what they're having to do.
I agree.
But yeah, no, I think it's great that Nintendo's back, especially the Nintendo. It's a good thing that they're back in the market. I think it's only going to push Microsoft and Sony harder because.
Well, yeah, now you're getting swung at from both angles.
Well, because you've seen Nintendo, you know, beat up Microsoft and Sony before when the Wii came out, and they're, you know, Microsoft and Sony are sitting there going, people really want to punch the air.
What do we do? What's going on?
What the hell?
I'm so confused.
Our graphics are so much better. Our games are so much bigger. Why do people want to play this? You know, that's what they're sitting there asking themselves, though. You know, and I think it's good that you have someone like Nintendo who makes the other two giants in the room think about their game plan.
Yeah,
like
David and Goliath, man. David and Goliath.
Yeah. So, but no, I think Nintendo did a great job. I mean, I don't have much to say just because I'm not personally invested in Nintendo.
Yeah.
I mean, and granted, I'm not personally invested in Sony either.
No.
But I'm personally invested because of the fact that I play Microsoft products.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Whereas Nintendo's, they do what they do. They march to the beat of their own drummer.
Yeah. And I think something that also wasn't talked about at E3, but I don't think needed to be talked about, which is a good thing, is that they didn't have to explain issues with the Switch.
True.
There has been no major blaring issues with the Switch other than overheating while being left on the dock, causing your Switch to slightly bend. Don't leave it on the dock, dumbass. It's a mobile game. Okay? It's a battery. You leave your phone on the charger too long, it's going to get hot. You know what I mean? And the battery life, which nobody has fucking complained about. And the battery life is exactly what they said it was going to be. 3 hours max. On a full charge, I could play Mario Kart Deluxe 8 straight for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I did it on the flight to Vegas.
Nice. Nice.
Tested that out.
Just make sure they weren't lying.
Yeah. My personal grade for Nintendo, I think they get an A- for sure. I think the only reason I don't give them an A or an A+ is because the Switch already came out, so really their whole conference was about the games. But That being said, their third-party support that they're getting from 3 major developers
Mm-hmm.
is huge for Nintendo. Huge for Nintendo. So,
Right.
A minus for them. I think they're coming back with hotness, with the new vengeance, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited to see where 2018 brings them.
Right.
What about you?
I'm A minus.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's a few things they could have done better. I wish they had announced. Um,
Where I stopped is 12, by the way. I'm coming back up.
okay, yeah, I'm building us a little offshoot area for us to, I don't know, room for activities.
Room for
Um,
activities.
but I'm finding a ton of gold by doing it, so I'm not really too upset. um, one thing I wish they had done is announce something like, so it's like the Nyko thing. Like announce like, yeah, and have like a little thing about it, I guess.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, be like, yeah, if you want to be able to have your Switch in a pink leather case. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I just wish
Right.
they had kind of taken that a little bit further. Just because it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, Nyko's cool, but and they make great products, but what kind of products are they going to be making?
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's like, okay, cool. The announcement was made. It's kind of like saying, oh yeah, we got this exclusive game from Kojima.
Right.
What's it about? No idea.
I have no clue.
It's a good question.
No further questions.
Yeah. No further
I
questions.
didn't pay child support because I was in a car accident and I died.
Yeah. I mean, and so I think that's the only reason they don't get higher than an A minus.
That's fine. I agree.
Yeah.
Now, in my personal opinion, the star of the show, Mr. Microsoft. I'll let you kick it off. What was your take on Microsoft's part of the conference? Where are we at in this video?
They
got plenty of
decided
time.
to be a bully this year. They came out and said, yeah, we're going to show you guys 42 games. And they did. I mean, granted, some of them were longer than others. Majority of them were done in their ID at Xbox sizzle reel. But still, they said, yeah, we're going to do 42 games this year. And people are like, huh? Why?
42? Why?
How?
What's
How?
going on?
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like they realized, like, hey, and I like that they kept the Xbox One X brief. It wasn't short, but it was brief.
Yeah, we both thought it was going to take over the show in our predictions.
I thought it was going to take over the show, and literally they were like, all right, guys, we're talking about the Xbox One. Here's my homie, this dude. I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try.
Yeah.
And he came out. He did a spiel. He left. And that was the last time I heard about it.
They played a video and we're good.
That was it. That was okay. It's like, yeah, we don't need to talk about this. Like, I like the fact that they realized, like, okay, yeah, we don't need to talk about this. Everybody already knows it's coming out. We don't need to wax poetically about something we already know is coming out. Which was great. I mean, old Microsoft would not have done that.
No.
Old Microsoft would have talked for 5 hours about the Xbox One X, which was great. Definitely shows them maturing a little bit and actually having some games. But I think I liked the fact that they definitely focused on indie games. I think the most significant thing is signing a limited exclusive deal with PlayerUnknown's Battleground. I thought that was huge for them.
Gigantic. Yeah.
Huge.
Especially with the popularity of the games like that, like H1Z1 and PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
Mm-hmm.
Like, with the popularity of those games right now, to sign an exclusive deal with the number 2 in that genre is gigantic. I mean, it's huge.
No, PlayerUnknown's number 1.
No way.
Yeah, they surpassed
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, look at me. They signed with the number 1 then.
Yeah, no, And I mean, they did a really good job at pacing out their conference. Like I was like, you guys are going to be going 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and I watched their conference, and there were a couple times where I was like, all right, let's get this going. But it was literally like once or twice.
What the hell you got going on over here, buddy?
You know, I mean, just a little thing.
Okay.
Just don't mind me. Um, and they uh, they did a really good job about pacing their event,
Mm-hmm.
which was really nice because I was concerned. I'm
Well,
like,
yeah. When you say 2 hours, that's a lot of time to fill.
well, it's just like, what are you going to be showing me? like, like,
What exactly am I going to be seeing here?
yeah, like Phil. I mean, I love you guys to death, but damn, bro. And I liked how they did their conference. Now, one thing I will say, and this is my biggest criticism, I don't need to see a fucking car every goddamn E3 or Forza, right?
Come
Don't get me
on,
wrong.
man.
I love Porsches. I'm a huge Porsche fan. I think it was cool because I'm a Porsche fan that the car was there. But why do we need to do that every freaking year, man?
Because Forza's their
Calm,
game, man.
calm down.
Forza's their shit, man.
Um, and then obviously, uh, the and I think this is what makes it different because, and then I'll get into this later when we do like our kind of general overview of E3
Mm-hmm.
and one of the news topics we have. But all the games, all the third-party games we already knew about.
Yeah.
Either because the conference was beforehand or it was something that was already previously discussed.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a little unfortunate, but other than that, I thought it was overall a great conference.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely talked about games that are coming out this year. I mean, they had a few games that are going to be coming out early 2018, but you're going to have Crackdown. You're going to have Player Unknown. You're going to have not Days Gone, State of Decay.
There you go. See, it's like, wait, I know there's one that's just like it that's coming out.
And I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, it's right there. And I think that's where they chose to focus this year was this is what's coming out this fall for for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you can buy.
This is what you can actually touch within the next few months.
Yeah. And of course, they had a few games in there that weren't that way, but the majority of the games they showed were all games that you will be able to play by Christmas this year. So, what did you?
Dude, I think they fucking killed it just like they thought. Just like we thought they were going to. I think, like you said, their pace, their content was all on point. I think they didn't shove the Scorpio or now that we know the Xbox X, which it's abbreviations. Xbox One X means Xbox.
I know. They're so crafty.
Little tidbit there for everybody. I think
Steve in marketing got a big pay raise for that, by the way.
He had a little chuckle over that one.
Mm-hmm.
I think they gave just enough to their exclusive games, like you said, tying in with Pub Unknown Battlegrounds, or we'll call it pretty much Pub Battlegrounds, but that game, tying in with that game, getting that exclusivity was huge. I think their cameos for the Crackdown 3 with Terry Crews was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah,
that guy's a hoot anyway, and to have him in that character is pretty awesome. Yeah, man, I'm really excited for the new system. Already fighting myself on whether I want to buy it at release or not. Excited for the lineups. I'm excited for Pub Unknown Battleground. Excited for Crackdown 3. I think with what I know the Xbox One is capable of and what I think the Xbox X will be, I'm really excited for some other games that are announced from other facets to play on the Xbox. I definitely need to get a 4K monitor. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be first on the list. But you have iron pickaxe on you?
Yeah.
Will you go get that redstone right there behind you? Yeah, I think Microsoft did it right. They didn't shove certain things down our place. They didn't focus on their main thing, which I thought was the Xbox X. They didn't mainly focus on that. I think the fact that they, like you said, paid a lot of attention to the things that you can actually get your hands on by the end of the year was huge, because not everybody else did that. Excuse me. Yeah, I think overall, I don't really have much to say because it was just great. I think they definitely were the big winner of the big three.
I mean, it was just a good
It was a good, solid
overall conference. It
like
wasn't. I mean,
like I said with Sony, had you not known anything about Microsoft, you would have been impressed with what they had to say.
yeah, you'd have been like, oh wow, they're coming out with some.
That's really
coming out
cool.
with some games.
Yeah, well, this stuff is awesome. Yeah.
I
So
should get my son one.
exactly. So I think they're definitely still in that A minus range for me. Because
Yeah.
I don't think it was out of the park. Edgar Martinez out of the park grand slam.
No.
But
I mean, if they had come out with some hotness, like,
like
hey, by
a
the
new
way,
IP or something like that, some new exclusive that we didn't know about,
or if they had been like, hey guys, you guys need to get in Gears of War 5 this year.
Boom! Oh my god,
Boom.
are you serious?
Just drop it, walk out. Phil just comes on, he goes, and here is the trailer for Gears of War 5. It'll be coming out November 5th. And just walks off.
And just watch everybody's mind and eyes just get huge.
Or to be like, and here is Halo 6 going to be coming to you September 6th. You know what I mean? Like, just, I mean, if they had an announcement like that, it'd be different. But they didn't.
Yeah, they were fine. They were definitely one big announcement away from an A+.
Yeah, I mean, if they had come out with a AAA, like, if they had come out and said Anthem was going to be an Xbox exclusive game, if they had come out with that and been like, yeah, Anthem is going to be exclusive to the Xbox, period. A+. Done.
Oh,
I don't even care it's coming out in 2018.
You just graduated college without having to go to college. Like, you're amazing. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
No. And for those of you who didn't watch our videos this week, yeah, Anthem will be talked about here in the rest of this video. I'm pretty sure.
I might bring it up.
I might bring it up too. But to kind of pause this right now, since we're already running pretty long this video, I think we're going to make a part 2
Oh, man.
for the rest of it.
We ran long.
We're almost at an hour already.
Damn it. I knew that was going to happen.
So for this TBD special, it'll be a 2-parter.
Monday and Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday, we will release the videos back to back because we're literally going to pause and start recording again. So this is not like we're recording the second part later. If you guys like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to leave those in the comment box below.
And let us know who you guys like to won E3.
Yes, let us know in the comment box who you think your big winner and your grades for the big three were. We both agree Microsoft won, Nintendo a close second. Sony, of course, bringing up the rear, but it's about time they fell back to where they belong. So, yeah, guys, stay tuned for part 2. Catch it on Tuesday. This will come out Monday. I don't know the dates because my brain's fried right now, but see, 18th, 19th, 20th. So Monday the 20th and Tuesday the 21st of June. As always, we play games to make gains. We'll see you in the next video.
Peace.